Hello traders, you are welcome. We are starting very soon right now. We have less than 1 minute. So we are starting the session right now. Alright. We are starting the session right now. Okay. Everybody should start joining now. We are starting the session now. We are live on YouTube right now. I am live on YouTube right now. Join the live stream. I am live on YouTube right now. Join the live stream. Alright, I'm waiting for all of you. Please join the live stream. Join the live stream so that we can get started right now.
Excuse me, sir.
Join the live stream. Join the live stream. I am waiting. Is anybody there? If you are on this live stream, comment live. Comment live if you're on this live stream. Coach is waiting. If you're on this live, comment live. We have spent 4 minutes past 7 right now out of 1 hour that we want to use. We have spent 4 minutes past 7 right now out of 1 hour that we want to use. If you are on this live stream, simply comment Forex. Simply comment Forex. If you're on this live stream, simply comment Forex. Comment Forex if you're on this live stream, so that we can get started. Comment Forex so that we can get started. If you're on this live stream, comment Forex so that we can get started right now. This is 5 minutes past 7 right now, and we just need to get started. But if you're on this live stream currently, simply comment Forex so that we can get started. Alright, Adnola, I can see your comments. You are welcome. You are welcome. Do you have anybody else? Do you have anybody else? I'm not sure we have anybody else in this live stream, but I should believe that they are going to join us. Okay, but I just wish that at least we have 2 people on this live stream so that everybody can get along. So you are welcome, Adola. I hope you are doing fine. How was your day? You can use the comment section so that I can know that you are active. Alright, so we are getting started on Forex today. So what we'll be doing today is introduction to Forex trading, but it is not the introduction that you know about. Okay, it is not the introduction that you know about. So, and this session is going to be an interesting session. Okay, it's going to be an interesting session, and I'm going to try my best to explain everything that you need to know about Forex trading on this live stream. So I want you to be calm. I want you to get yourself ready to learn everything that we are going to learn the next about less than an hour right now. So I'm going to be using this slide. Okay, so this is introduction to Forex trading. Now this is the brutal truth every beginner traders must know before placing their first trade. Okay, so and the duration of this live stream is 60 minutes, and this is for intermediate and beginners level. All right, so right now we have the initial reality check. Now, trading is not a shortcut to wealth. Oh, sorry, before I start this, I think I should introduce myself to you. Okay, so my name is Taiwo Oba Fisile. Okay, so I am a student, and I also have a work that I am doing. I am into graphic design, web development, and general printing. Okay, and I reside in Ibadan, Nigeria. Okay, so alright, so let us just get started into this live stream session. Okay, so we have the initial reality check. Trading is not a shortcut to wealth. It is a high income profession that rewards discipline and punishes emotion. Okay, so majority of people out there think that trading is a get rich quick scheme. Okay, and by that is the reason why they have been losing a lot of money in the financial market. Okay, so this is the mindset that majority of beginner traders usually have. Okay, and this mindset is the cause of their losses in the financial market. Okay, because trading is not like any other skill out there. It's not like any other skill set out there. because trading is a different skill entirely. Trading requires a lot of dedication, a lot of focus, and and discipline as well. So right now we are going to be delving into what forex trading is, the market foundation, the competitors, the failure rates, and others. So this is part one right here. We have the core realities, the market foundation, what forex actually is, and how money flows globally. Then we also have the competitors, which is unmasking the institutions controlling the market movement. Then the failure rate is why over 80% of retail market participants consistently lose capital. Retail capitals, retail traders are traders that they trade, unlike myself and other traders out there. We are the one that is referred to as the retail traders. Okay, the big banks, the financial institutions, they are the one actually involved in the movement of the financial market. So before I start delving into all the details, this is part two, the tactical edge and part, systematic mindset, understanding currency pairs, sessions and movements, risk blueprints, the mathematics of probability and operational risk rules, the roadmap, 7 method methodical stages from simulator dummy to consistency. So this is everything that you are going to be learning in this live stream tonight, and I hope that this is going to be a productive session for you. So now we have the social media illusion. The retail ecosystem sell high yield meat to profit off beginner accounts. Yes, the thing is, the fake pitch that they usually say is that you can turn $100 into $10,000 using their signal. They flex in their luxury Lamborghinis and they preach easy wealth to you. Okay, they make you to think that forex is a get rich quick scheme, whereby it is not so. Forex is not a get rich quick scheme. It is not something that you can invest money into today and you can realize 10 times or 100 times of your capital tomorrow in the less than 24 hours. It does not work that way. And the absolute reality is professional traders profit by strictly managing risk, not by predicting movement. Because forex trading is unlike any other successful business out there. In fact, I can tell you that forex trading is a business model whereby if you don't understand how a business is being run, then your mindset will only be about the money. Because most successful business out there, they did not actually focus on the money initially. Okay, business actually exists because they want to actually help people that they are in need in the aspect of their specialization. So forex trading is a business because forex is about managing capital. It is not about just making money for fun and all of that. All right, so this is the fake pitch that they usually preach on the internet, TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, social media like that. Okay, because I've been one of, I can say that I've been part of this this get rich quick scheme mindset. I've been there, but at a point in my trading journey I realized that this is not the way to start forex trading. All right, so let me just continue this with these notes that I have in front of me. Now the brutal truth we have here is forex is one of the hardest way to make easy money. All right, please give me 30 seconds. I'm joining you right now. Please, if you are still on this live stream, please comment live. Please comment live. If you are still here, please comment live. Adonla, are you still here? Please let me know if you are still on this live stream. All right, thank you for your response. Thank you very much. So let me just continue right now. All right. So as I was saying, I said I've been there. I have this mindset before that, okay, forex trading is something that we can quickly invest our money into, and I can make quick bucks in less than 24 hours. Okay, so I've been there, but I've actually realized that forex trading is more like a successful business out there, that if you don't learn how to manage risk, as you can see on this note, that the absolute reality is that the professional traders profit by strictly managing risk. That is about managing capital, not by predicting movement. Okay, so and the next slide is what is forex. Okay, I think you need to actually understand this. Okay, so the words absolute capital engine, forex, which means the foreign exchange, which I believe that you know already, is the global decentralized market where nations sovereign legal tenders are valued and exchanged. I think that word is very, very big. Okay, so let me just bring it down. Let me bring it down to your understanding. Okay, so I will myself will term forex trading as a exchange of value of currencies. Okay, so it's more like in fact, in reality, you cannot compare $1 to 1,000 naira. Okay, you cannot compare a 1,000 naira to a $1 note, because the value is different. Okay, because the value is different, and the main purpose of most people that they are learning forex trading is because they know that the value on this international currency is actually very good, more than the Nigerian currency. Let me just put it that way. Okay, so that I will not just delve into much introduction about what is forex here. So the understanding is that forex is about exchange of value of currency. Okay, and thereby you make money trading the financial markets. Okay, so but we have here that global currency exchange is facilitated daily via major transactional pipelines, unlike the United States dollars, the European, the euro, the Japanese pound, the the Japanese pound and other currencies like that. It scales beyond any stock market in existence. All right, so now the actors of foreign exchange. Now we are delving into this session gradually, because this is very the moment that is very important in this lesson that I want you to actually understand. So now the actors of foreign exchange, we have the sovereign and banks. Okay, unlike the government, the central bank, multinational banks trading trillions of dollars to stabilize economies and balance imports and exports. All right, so this currency that we trade, this is how the banks, the government, even the retail traders, they all participate in the financial market to actually strengthening the economy of that country. Okay, that is sorry so that is a very major purpose that people are trading the financial markets. All right, then we also have global businesses, conglomerates hedging supply chains, cross borders commercial transaction and multi-country operational investment. All right, then we have speculative pools, investment fund, retail brokers and speculative participants accessing liquidity pipelines alongside giant operators. Okay, so this speculative pools is more like the retail traders, investment fund, we participating alongside the government, the central bank, the hedge fund, all these big banks that they move the market. So we also, as a retail trader, we also join them in this market so that we can help to strengthening the economy of that country. Okay, so this is not just about making money alone. We are trading because we are we are also helping in strengthening the economy of that country. Okay, so that is the reason why we are trading. It is not because of money alone. Now, why forex exist? The global currency market was not created for retail traders. Maybe, I don't know, but commercial necessity. It's scaled to facilitate multi-billion-dollar international corporate trade. Okay, then I think we have, okay, the sovereign balance. Central bank utilizes currency reserves to manage domestic interest and blah blah blah. Capital distribution. Commercial mega banks handle liquidity, payments and trade logistics. Retail participation. Private individual retail speculators simply participate along these giant institutional monoliths. I think that is what I just explained in the previous slide. So right now, who are we competing against? So this is a very thing that we need to understand. Okay, so we need to understand that there are institutional giants, unlike the investment bank. Okay, example of investment bank is Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Chase, Citibanks, and all of that. If you look up for, in fact, I know JP Morgan's very well. It is a very, very big bank in the US. So this JP Morgan bank is a institution that they trade billions of dollars every single day. Okay, so investment bank, this is what they do every single day. We also have hedge fund, highly funded macro discretionary pools. There are also hedge fund. These sometimes I think hedge fund are not like the banks, because it depends on their capital, on the capital they actually have. Unlike JP Morgan now, they trade billions of dollars. But when it comes to hedge fund, I'm not sure that they usually trade billions of dollars every single day because of their capital. Okay, so and then we also have algorithm, high frequency automated quantitative trading system. Okay, so I think I watched a movie recently, in the past years. The title is Billions, and in these billions they usually talk about this automated high frequency automated quantitative trading system. In fact, that algorithm, you don't need to be on the chart by yourself. The algorithm will actually trade for you. The algorithm will actually send you information about that trade before it take that trade. Okay, so this is, they have more tools. These banks, these hedge fund, they have tools that they are using to speculate the price of the market. I mean, to speculate the market. Then we also have experienced veterans. Okay, we have the market makers, operators offering systematic execution pricing. Okay, then elite speculators, decades long professional market players. Okay, so it's just for you to know that, okay, there are a lot of big companies, big banks, hedge funds, the whales that they are into this market that we are also competing against. In fact, I don't think that I should call it that we are competing with them, so far that we know what we are doing. We are not competing with them. We are not what we are not doing is not that we are trying to take them aside. Okay, we are only aligning ourselves with these big banks, these hedge funds, these all these market makers, elite speculators, and other financial institutions out there. We are simply aligning ourselves with them so that we can also profit from their trading movements. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Then why do most beginners lose? Now this is another stage that we need to understand. Okay, we have the amateur mindset and we have the professional mindset. You can see I said it initially. Amateur mindset is motivated entirely by the target payout, and they will ask themselves, how much can I make? Unlike, oh, I want to learn forex trading, èló ni mo máa kọ́kọ́ make, how much am I going to make? Man, this is 7:23. I need to be fast with this slide, because in fact this is 7:24 right now. I need to be fast with this slide, so please, just because I'm going to try as much as possible to make up with this slide, because I have about 22 slides in front of me, and I think this is slide, I'm not sure, probably slide 6. So I'm going to be much faster right now, so please just try to grab what I'm saying. And another thing is that after we are done with this lesson, the live stream is going to be on my channel, whereby you can go back to it and watch it again. All right, so right now we have the amateur mindset. Please just stay with me, okay? We have the amateur mindset. They usually ask themselves, how much can I make? Amateurs enter trade impulsively with unchecked leverage, chasing fast wins while ignoring underlying structural indicators. Okay, so this is a mindset that okay, they are only after the money that they want to make. They don't want to know about strategy. They don't want to know about leverage. They don't want to know about them controlling their emotion and all of that. But the professional mindset is motivated entirely by market protection. That is what a professional traders do. We protect capital. Before we enter a trade, we ensure that we don't risk more than we can lose. We protect our capital, and they ask themselves, how much can I lose on this trade? Professionals scale position sizing strictly, wait patiently for predefined setup, and exit automatically at invalidation zone. So this is a professional mindset that you need to actually have, because if you don't have this mindset of managing a capital, because if you cannot manage a small account, there's no way you'll be able to manage big accounts. Okay, so this is a very important question that you need to ask yourself, that okay, if I want to place a trade, how much can I lose on this trade? So right now we also have operational trading is not gambling. Okay, hello, more busy. All right, I'm very sorry about that. So now we have trading is not gambling. All right, now I'm just going to paraphrase this note. Trading is not gambling. I said it initially that trading is a business model. Okay, because this is most of mindset of beginner traders out there, thinking that trading they can gamble the forex market anytime, any day, any moment. And that is the reason why they are losing all their money. In fact, most of them are losing money. It's not because they don't have money to fund their account. They are only losing because they have this gambling mindset. And you can see we have the plan and preparation. The gambling, they don't have plan. The revenge executions, they have gut feelings. But the trading framework is a detailed statistical rule and testing backlog. Okay, now gambling mindset on the side of decision is emotional impulses. They chase fast market move. They chase 5 minutes candle on the chart. Okay, but a professional trader is always patient. They calculate their weight for true technical setup. Now we have risk invalidation. In the side of gambling mindset, they have uncapped losses, ignoring or widening stops. Okay, they use a wide stop loss. They don't want to care how much they are losing. They just want to enter that trade. They just want to make that money. But a professional trader have strict stop loss, clear mathematical tested risk limits. There is a word that says that you don't just take risk. You must learn to take calculated risks in all things. In all things, when it comes to finance, when it comes to anything in life, when you want to make any risk, you must ensure that you calculate that risk. You don't just do things anyhow. Okay, then we also have long-term outlook. Gamblers inevitably total capital liquidation. They usually blow their accounts at the end of it. But a professional trader always have this mindset of scalable and compounding positive expected equity. So right now we have understanding currency pair. I'm not sure that I'm going to talk about this because I want to believe that understanding currency pair is what you are familiar with. Okay, but in a nutshell, because when you want to place a trade, you don't just trade only one currency. There is always a major currency and minor currency. Okay, you trade two countries currency together. All right, but let's just get to the next slide. So right now we have the market session. Now this is something that I want to pass through. Now market session is very, very important in your trading journey. You, as a trader, as a professional trader, you must be able to tell yourself that, as you can see, we have only 4 trading session on the screen. We have the Sydney open, which is usually 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. This is Nigerian time, not US time. So you can work with this trading session. You can decide that okay, you want to be trading the Sydney session, which is usually from 10 p.m. in the evening up to 7 a.m. in the morning. But you can see that it is a low speculative volumes. Focus, AUD and NZD. Around that time there are no price will be slow, it will not quickly get to your take profit and all of that. Then we also have the Tokyo session. Tokyo session is usually 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. okay, so that is Asian Financial Centers active, focus on JPYPS, okay, but that is their session. So what I'm saying is that we have London session as well, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 8 a.m. in the morning up to 5 minutes or up to 5 p.m. London session is very, very active. That is when major institutional trend originates here, okay, during London session. London session and New York session is, as you can see on the screen, New York session is 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. all right, so there is always this overlap session between London session and New York session. Okay, so the one I trade mostly is London and New York session, overlap session. So I usually trade in the afternoon when my setup appears. Okay, I don't just take random trades. It is only when I see that my setup shows up that I trade. So I usually check my chart in the morning before 8 a.m. If I see my setup, I'm going to trade up till afternoon, or probably when my trade hits TP. Okay, so but most time in my experience right now, my setup usually show up in the New York session in the afternoon. So when it is 1 p.m. up till 9 p.m. in the evening, that in the afternoon I will ensure that I have prepared myself ahead of the market. Probably by 11 a.m. I will analyze the chart, and by 1 p.m. I will see how price has actually reacts. Then from then I will make my decision. So this is a very thing that you need to actually understand, because if you are not working with market session and you're just taking random trade, you will still keep losing money to the market. So you must choose based on your schedule which trading session that you want to trade. All right, so you must know that, because if you don't know it, you just keep trading randomly and losing money consistently. So right now we have why price move. Why price move is, I already said it, people that they are, the participants that are in the market are the banks, are the financial institutions, the government and all these big financial institutions. We have the supply and demand, the core structural law. Every other imbalance between sellers and buyers physically reprices the market. Okay, so it's more like this code that says that anything that goes up must come down. It is true in the financial market, because when supply is when price has reached a level of highest price, there is a point at which price will actually sell to the downside, probably a little bit or massively to the downside, before it continues that upward movement. So anything that goes up must come down. So when it comes down, demand will enter the market and they will push the price to the upside again. Okay, so it's about supply and demand. Then we also have interest and macro news. So sometimes in fact not sometimes, most times in the United States of America, what actually move price is also based on how the country is doing. You can see central bank interest rate decision, inflation gauge, and gross economic data changes primary trends. So sometimes when probably the United States of America, they are working on their interest rates, on probably unemployment rate or employment rate and other, that is about that. Okay, probably there is a war going on about US or US Iran Israeli attack and all of that. So when these wars happen, these are the things that actually make markets to actually move. Okay, then we also have the institutional flow, mega banks, other execution blocks, and automated quantitative triggers clearing pools of stop liquidity. Liquidity is money, all right, and clearing pools of stop liquidity simply means that where you place your stop loss is where liquidity is sitting, is where money is sitting. So that is why probably you would have heard it that if you don't if you don't master liquidity, then you are most likely to be the liquidity. So one important rule that you need to learn in forex trading is liquidity concepts, because if you don't understand liquidity concepts, then you are going to, you will not know where to place your stop loss and all of that. Okay, I think I should get I should get water here. Okay, so let's just continue. All right, because time is not on our side. So this is 7:34 right now. So now the three structural states of market. Okay, now sincerely, you see, this is a secret that you need to understand. Markets move in three phases alone. Please give me 10 seconds. I need to take water. Are you still there? I don't know. Are you still there? Please let me know in the comment section box. Are you still there? If you are still on this live stream, please let me know. Comment on the section. Please let me know if you are still on this live stream. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you. So let us continue right now. So now I want you to understand that forex, okay, it only moves in three main phases. It can either go up or come down or doesn't have direction. Okay, it can either go up or come down or doesn't have direction. That is, when price is in an uptrend, it means price is buying. When price is in a downtrend, price is selling, and when price is ranging, that is consolidation moment. In fact, this is another secret that I want you to know, because there's something we call what is it called? These three phases, unlike uptrend, downtrend, and ranges. It also applies to this. We call it manipulation, distribution, and we call it distribution, manipulation, and I've forgotten, but it's just uptrend, downtrend, and ranges. Okay, it's just uptrend, downtrend, and ranges. So for you knowing this, it doesn't make forex trading to be hard, because when you want to place a trade or when you want to analyze charts, you are only focusing on only two things, which is to either buy or sell. So it simply means that you can either be a buyer or you can either be a seller. More businesses out there, some businesses, what they do is they only sell. In fact, when what we call business is simply buying and selling. Okay, as I am running a business, what I do is I am selling a service. Okay, when I come to the office in the morning, I will expect a customer to come and patronize me, to come and buy from me. Okay, so what is happening between two of us is buying and selling. I, as a business owner, I am selling my printing service, I'm selling my graphic design service, I'm selling my web development services, while the customer is buying from me. Same thing actually apply in the forex market as well. You can either buy or sell. Okay, you can either buy or sell. So for you knowing this, it doesn't make forex trading hard, because when you get on your chart, you know that you want to either buy or sell. So now the next thing is we have support and resistance. Okay, you see, this support and resistance is I'm not teaching strategy here, but when it comes to support and resistance is not a strategy. All right, it's not a strategy, because what support and resistance simply means is liquidity pools. All right, support is below and resistance is above. All right, so when there is a support and resistance, it means that market is consolidating. There is no direction to the upside or to the downside. So when you are trying to trade support and resistance, that simply means that you are going to most likely be a liquidity grab. So support and resistance is not a strategy. Okay, so right now we have risk management rule. Now you see this is what make trading to be interesting. Now we have capital preservation dictates long-term speculational survival. Now the 1 to 2% capital risk, never risk more than 1% to 2% of total equity on an individual setup. Now you see, if this risk management rule is going to apply to your trading journey, it's going to mean that you have a big account. Now you cannot use this 1% to 2% risk rule on your $100 account. You can't use it on your $50 account. You can't use it on your $200 account. You can't even use it on your $300 account. So, and in my own experience, this 1% to 2% rule is when you have access to at least minimum of $5,000 accounts, because $5,000 account, 1% of $5,000 account is $50. So imagine if you are risking $50 on a trade, okay, and you are making times 5 or probably times 4 of that risk on a single trade. That is pure $200 for you. But imagine you only fund your wallet with probably $100. Okay, 1% of $100 is $1. Now it is not possible for you to risk $1 in the financial market. It is not possible. So that is why this 1% to 2% rule, it actually applies to big capital. That is what makes trading to be interesting, because if you have access to big capital, you are going to actually make more money on that account instead of trading your normal $100 account or $200 account. Okay, then so I just want to be fast. We have immutable stop losses. You must ensure when you are applying this rule, you must ensure that you are setting your stop loss. Okay, you don't just place trade without setting stop loss. You must set your stop loss, and also you must accept natural loss. Now all your trade is not going to be win, because that is the mindset that you have. But when I enter a trade sorry about that. So when I enter a trade, I'm going to always make profits. You must learn to accept losses. In fact, in business, in my own business, I do have losses. But there's nothing we can do about it, because losses is inevitable. It's just that we ensure that we are not losing more than we are making money. That is what most business is doing out there. In fact, these successful, I think Jeff Bezos, that have this Amazon company, in their first 5 years, they are only losing money. Actually, they are selling products, but they are not making money. But today, they have, I can't recollect. They are making billions of dollars, and still, I know that they are still going to be incurring some minor losses. So, as a forex trader as well, that you want to trade for a long time, you must learn to actually accept losses when you have losses in the market, because losses is inevitable. All right, then let's move to the next slide. The mathematics of probability. I don't think I should talk about it, because this is more like explaining the risk management rule. All right, so I don't think I should go on to this. But let's use probably next month is August. Probably you have access to $5,000 account, and when you trade probably once in a week or 2 times in a week. So let us just assume that you are trading once in a week, and in 1 month you trade 4 times. Then you are risking $50 on a trade. Then you have five reward. 5 reward on your risk. So it means that you are making $250 in a week. So $250 times 4 weeks, that is $1,000. Now let us imagine that you did not have that four winning in a row, that you have probably 2 losses. All right, so if you have 2 losses, it means that you win 2 trade and you lose 2 trade, but at the same time you are still in profit, you are not in loss, because you have a profit of $500, and that $500 is a big money in this world. $500 is a big money. All right, so this is what this slide is all about. Okay, so now we have the emotional enemies. You see, we have the fear and greed, impatience and hope, revenge and ego. This is something that I have experienced. And you see, it's not that you are not going to have fear when you want to trade, not that you are not going to, I don't want to say greedy, but it's not that you are not going to have fear when you want to place a trade, but there is this moment that you need to actually build yourself. This is something that I cannot do for you, that you are the one that is going to be conscious of your emotion. Okay, before you place that trade, the thought that comes into your mind, can you control your thoughts? Can you control your emotion? Okay, for you not to over leverage, for you not to over risk that trade, you are the one that you are in control of yourself, because that is what is all about being disciplined. You must learn to be disciplined. You must learn to control your emotion. You must learn to be aware of your thoughts every single time. So if you are aware, okay, there is this quote that I do love, that I do love from one of my mentors from afar. His name is Tony Robbins. He usually say that we don't experience life, we only experience what we focus on. So if you are going to experience what you are focusing on, it simply means that you are going to be aware of your thoughts, you are going to be aware of your emotion, you are going to be aware of, before you act, you are going to be aware of it, that you are not just taking impulsive trade, you are not just taking impulsive actions. So fear, greed, impatience, hope, revenge and ego, this is what actually comprises of most traders out there, that they just keep losing money to the financial market because they did not learn about themselves. And my mentor, the trading geek, he usually say that trading is about learning about oneself. It is about learning about yourself, because it's not that anybody is out there that is placing that trade for you. You are the one in control. You are the one in control of the chart. You are the one in control of yourself before you place that trade. So before you place that trade, you must ensure that you are in the right state of mind before you place that trade, so that fear will not take you over, greed will not take you over, impatience or revenging of trade and all of that, it will not take you over. So as much as you build yourself in this regard, then when you want to place a trade, it will have less impact on you when you actually place that trade, because you know that you have already outgrown your fear, you have already outgrown your emotion. So this is something that's very, very important for you to actually understand in your trading journey. So right now we have beginner pitfall and realities, common pitfall, over trading, strategy open, blind signal buying, heavy leverage. Now the brutal trade is that there's no handout, the market owes you nothing. It is cold. The market owes you nothing. That is one thing that you need to understand, because most people, when they make a loss, they are going to place another trade immediately. Okay, so the market owes you nothing, because you are not the one in control of the market, and you can never be in control of the market. In fact, if you have $1 million today, your $1 million cannot move market from for the next 4 hours. It cannot move for the next 30 minutes. Your $1 million cannot move, because there are major people that they are actually trading, that they are trading with billions of dollars every single day. So now there is no holy grail. High win rate secrets are structural lies. Okay, there is no holy grail strategy out there. There is no holy grail strategy that it is this strategy that is making money. There is nothing like holy grail strategy. It's just that when you have a strategy, you must ensure that you backtest it or you fortest it and see that this is a strategy that can play in the long term. All right, then we have neutral losses. Operational losses are normal business costs. I already talked about that. Patience first, consistency, systematic defeat, excitement. So before you actually place that, there is this moment that you want to wait for your setup to come to you, and there's this moment that you place that trade, and there's this moment that you actually wait. You are being patient for trade to run to your TP. These are the discipline that you need to have, because if you don't have it, there is no way that you are going to be profitable. These are the things that you need to have. You have to be disciplined. You must learn to control your emotion. You must learn to apply good risk management and all of that. Then also we have what successful traders do. So in fact, this is something that actually improved my trading processes that improve my trading journey. I can tell you, daily process. Whenever I want to trade, I usually review the market, digest dynamic micro event, blah blah blah. I journal my trade. Yeah, I journal my trade. So, and there's this time that I was thinking that, oh, how do I journal my trade? We have 12 minutes to finish this class. Okay, so now I usually journal my trade. That I usually think back then that how do I journal my trade? But when I watch my mentor how he journal his trade with his software, and I don't have money to subscribe to his software right now, I simply use Google Documents. So I simply document my trade. I journal my trade by writing out the emotion I felt before I enter a trade, the emotion I feel after I enter the trade, and I will save my chart markup. Then I will write my results after the trade has either payout or in losses. So that is how I document my trading processes. Then capital preservation. They systematically preserve account liquidity above all, declining highly speculative, blah blah blah. So as a successful traders, you must learn to preserve your capital, and that's something that I have said earlier. You are a capital manager. You are not just trading because of money. The money that is in your account, you are a manager over it. Because if you manage it very well and you can grow probably $100 to $200, $300, $400, $500, or you can grow $5,000 by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, then you are a good manager. Then we also have probability mindset. The skill focusing on structural patterns, thinking strictly in probability cluster over months, not days. So we, as a successful trader, we usually think in probabilities. Okay, we don't say that, oh, if I want to place this trade, I'm going to target 1 risk to 20 reward. You can imagine. Okay, so that is why you need to know the type of trader that you are. Probably you are a scalper, or you are a day trader, or you are a swing trader, or you are a position trader. You must be able to identify who you are as a trader. You don't just take trade randomly. So if you are a day trader, you must be able to hold trade for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours as a day trader. Okay, you must learn who you are. So right now we have your learning roadmap. Okay, so this is where I'm going to talk about, probably if I am going to mentor you, it depends on your decision. So the learning roadmap is you, number one, learning the basics. Then after that, you learn about pure price action, learning about candle, trend zone, and all of that. Then risk management, the demo phase, the psychological, the live pilot, trading small sums with real execution. Yeah, live pilot. Then consistency. Okay, this is one thing that I think that I should talk about, because trading is not, when you are learning how to trade, you don't be on the journey alone. That is one thing that I learned in trading, because if you are doing it alone and you don't have anybody mentoring you, the journey is going to seem like it is very very far. Though it might seem far, but so far we have this long-term mindset for trading. Okay, and that you want to learn how the forex market actually work. You want to get in touch with people that they are ahead of you. Okay, so this is a roadmap to being profitable. So let me just get into primary focus and assignments. Okay, I'm not giving you assignment on this live session. I'm not giving you assignment to we have 8 minutes. I'm not giving you assignment. All right, I'm not giving you assignment. So the value of guidance. Now, the value of guidance is market. The market is the greatest teacher. It rewards patience, discipline, and humility, not excitement. The mentor difference. You can attempt this journey alone. However, navigating this arena without experienced mentors to monitor execution flaws often leaves beginner lost. Okay, so guidance is a key. Okay, even though I have trading gig that I do watch his video, okay, I still have a mentor that I report to. All right, I have a mentor that I report to. All right, so guidance is key, because when you are working on a journey that you have never worked before, you need somebody to put you on the way. And that is where, because you can watch random videos on YouTube, you can watch on Instagram, you can watch short video, but when it comes to mentoring, that is another aspect of being a profitable trader. So, and we are getting to the close of the session. In fact, I'm glad that I'm able to cover this note. So now, the surgeon analogy. Imagine you wanted to become a surgeon. You wouldn't expect to perform successful heart surgery after watching YouTube videos for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not possible. What you will do is you will study for years, practice under rigorous supervision, and constantly correct execution flaws. Forex is no different. The market pays only for the craft of risk management. So if you don't know how to trade, there's no need to, there is need for you to understand that trading is not something you start learning today and you start making money tomorrow. Because the first thing that you want to focus on is that you want to build a trading system, a right trading system that you can execute effortlessly every week, every month, every year, and that will pay you in the long term instead of short term. You want to have this long term goal for trading, not short term goal. As a successful trader, you don't want to focus on the money that you want to make. You want to focus on building a strong data when you are analyzing that chart. Because if you don't build a strong data for the currency that you want to trade, then you might be liable to losses. All right, so there is a lot for you to actually learn. So it's all about mindset. It is all about mindset. You need to you need to put stop to all the noises, all the forex signal group that you have on your phone, all the different traders that you are following on YouTube. You need to go and unsubscribe from them and just start this journey the right way. Okay, that you need to start it in the right way. So, and that is something that I will encourage you to do, and that is something that I actually wish I want to do for people that they are on this live stream. Because I've been in this shoe that, okay, when I was struggling as a trader, I know a lot of things that I went under. But the truth of the matter is, you don't need to pass through all those sins, okay, if you actually have somebody that is mentoring you. Because I've found my purpose, and I'm ready to actually committed to my purpose to help people to understand the financial market, to help people to actually be an independent trader instead of them depending on somebody else's signal. That you'll be able to sit with the chart and you'll be able to understand what price is doing every hour, every single day. You are going to understand it, and that's something that I want to do for you. So, and that is why I want to actually so I've come to the end of the class. That is why I want to actually wish to mentor you. If you are interested that I should mentor you, all right. I already said it from day one that it is only a commitment fee. In fact, I saw a flyer recently. I think that was today or yesterday. I saw a flyer that the person said that if you want to come and learn, it starts from 200,000 naira, not dollars, not dollars, 200,000 naira. But as per, I'm not after the money. In fact, even if I don't do this mentoring of a thing, I know that I'm still going to keep making the money. But it's not about the money. It is about impacting other people. It's about impacting life. It is about being of service to people. That I want to live a life of service. I want to help people whatever they don't understand based on my skill set. I want to be there for them. I want to be to mentor them. In fact, this is not the first time that I will be mentored, because even in my office I have students that I mentor every single day. I mean, every week that I mentor, in the aspect of design, web development, okay, I'm not the only one doing all of that, because I have teams that I'm working with. So this is something that I do already in my office, and it's not something that is very hard for me to start in forex trading as well, because I know how very important it is to guide people. I know the joy that I usually get when I impact people's life. I know the joy that I usually get when I see somebody doing well in things that I teach them. So really, this is the end of the class, and I just hope that you I did not waste your time tonight. I just hope that I did not waste your time tonight. So please let me know in the section, in the comment section box, if you actually learn from this live stream. Please let me know in the section box if I did not waste your time. Okay, so if you are interested, that you have my WhatsApp number already, so you can chat me on WhatsApp, and we can, if you have any question, because I cannot take question on this live stream, okay, because it's already 8 o'clock and I have other things that I need to attend to offline. Okay, so if you have any question whatsoever, reach out to me about the mentoring. If you have any question, just reach out to me and I'll be so glad to attend to you as always. All right, Adnola, thank you very much for joining this live stream. Thank you for creating your time. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. So I think I should say goodbye because it is 8 p.m. already. So we'll talk on WhatsApp. Okay, good night.